Now, I wanted to make a video about the 2006 finals, in particular Game 5. I keep seeing this narrative that the officiating was fair and that all the foul calls that Dwyane Wade got was a natural result of his play style, that he relentlessly attacked the rim, that he was too fast and couldn't be defended, and the only choice the Mavericks had was to foul him. I'd just say to watch some D-Wade playoff games and you'll understand why. Dude went hard at the defense for his points, and they often went right back at him. I wouldn't characterize him as a foul merchant. I would. Because while he was capable of the finesse fouls, he got fouled a lot because it was the only option defenses had when he was attacking the rim. He did get relatively many free throws, but it wasn't him going to get a foul. It was him going for the basket. So either he scores or gets fouled. There is no defending Wade without fouling him back in '06. He was legit the quickest first step in the league. How do you defend players faster than you? By fouling them. But if you take a look at what actually happened in those games, you'll see that this is not at all true. So first, before I get into the game, let's take a look at Dwyane Wade himself, or D Whistle as he's known. Prolific foul merchant. Here's his statue. It looks just like him. It's very well done, very polished. And I did not realize this until I was looking into this, but he spells his name wrong. He puts the Y in front of the A in Dwyane. You have spelled your name incorrect. And while this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, I just want to remind everyone about Dwyane Wade and LeBron James mocking Dirk because they didn't believe he was sick.
Oh, did y'all hear me cough? I think I'm sick.
I'm so glad they lost. Now let's take a look at the actual game. All right, looking at the game here. Game 5, NBA Finals. Just going to look at what Wade does. So, just going to fast forward unless Wade has the ball. Here's Wade. Comes in. And nothing. All right. Okay, Wade gets the ball here.
We know that they're not going to be allowed to use their hands or their forearm.
See what he does with this. Does he get past this guy? Not really. Throws up a shot. Looks like he tries to draw a foul, but does not get it. Passes to Wade. Banker. There he goes. 2 points there. His first 2 points. So we're really not going to see much out of Wade at these first couple quarters. He goes. He gets fouled there. And it's not a good angle. I really can't tell what happened there. This is ridiculous. What is that? That fan should be embarrassed. All right, he botched that layup. Wade is cherry picking back there. Gets an easy bucket. Wade is basically at half court when this missed layup happens, and he gets back easy 2 points there. Wade gets the ball here. Passes defender. Decides to pass it off. Goes for a shot. Terrible shot. I guess the shot clock was expiring, so yeah, something pretty bad. Here's Wade again. Kind of just dumps it off. Tries to draw some defenders. All right, here we go. Williams tries to alley-oop to Wade. Gets botched by Dallas. Not much there. Okay. Let's see this. Posey knocks the ball away. Wade does hustle, grabs the ball, and proceeds to botch the layup and flop on the ground. Pretty bad mix there, Wade. Sorry. Here's the Wade. A little flopping. There's a replay. Slow-mo. Wade getting a terrible layup. All right, so we got another play here with Wade.
this many times. He's just doing a terrific
Ball
job.
here.
And he's now a
Double team him, gets the ball stripped.
Wade doubled Harris with the steal.
All right, it's the end of first quarter. Wade hasn't done much. He didn't play that great. All right, here's the second quarter. This was pretty bad for Wade, I believe. Even with them fouling Shaq just right away when he gets the ball, Shaq had half the free throws that Wade did. All right, Wade's back in the game. Let's see how this quarter goes for him. Out, tries the alley-oop, that gets broken up. Here's a play. Payne passes to Wade here. Defender over reaches. There it is. Open shot. Pretty bad miss. Falls on top of a ref. Kind of gets forgotten about and is able to sneak in the back door there. He's falling on that ref. He's showing his gratitude to the refs. Getting back in. All right.
That's a scary proposition. Thing I like to see right now for Dallas is
does that move where he lowers his shoulder and just charges into his defender. Able to draw fouls. He made the contact with that defender. Gets the ball here and loses it immediately. Turned that ball over. All right, here's Wade again. Gets the guy in the air and does the classic foul merchant behavior. There is the merchant himself. Takes the ball, misses, falls into a chair, pops back out.
Nice feed inside. Wade, alley-oop. Broken up by Nowitzki. 5 for 11, so he's got the total package. Wade falling away.
Bad shot there. But then gets the steal and call a foul, although I don't know about that either. It looks like he just does this weird backhanded layup. And because it just looks so weird, they gave him the foul. If we look at it again, the defender just goes up straight, and Wade does this weird backhand layup. I don't know. All right, here's Wade again. And he misses that one. Tries a three here. Bricks that. The announcers mentioned his bad shooting. Again, he tries. Misses again. Again. He knows he can't make a shot over Dirk. Passes it away. All right, that's the half. So the third and fourth quarter, the terrible foul calls start to roll in. Just a terrible pass on it. And Wade basically body checks Howard. No call. But on the other end, gets a call. Right, here's Wade again. Wade passing it again because he's not making anything. Now Shaq body checks Harris there, and on the other end of the court, look at that, foul for the Heat. And this is when Avery Johnson gets pretty pissed, for good reason. Just 2 no calls on his end, and then while the Heat get 2 calls on their end. He gets a technical. Yeah, the bad foul calls just really start getting rolling here in the third and fourth quarter. Refs have half-court blindness. They can only see one half of the court. Should have let Wade shoot it. Wade misses that.
Wade now 3 for 14 from the field. Howard lost it.
There's Wade with an easily telegraphed pass.
Wade, bad pass, picked off, but Harris couldn't control it. The main thing is that
Let's look at that again. Yes.
Right here.
And Wade goes, hey, have that.
Pass, easy to read, good hands by Jason Terry. Terry, tough shot in the paint.
Wade gets stripped.
By Benga. In 6, and if necessary, game
What do they
7
do here?
would be in Dallas.
Wade gets pushed back there. They give him a foul. I don't know. He probably said bragging about all the free throws.
9 turnovers. Now we can say all we want. You know, Shaq in the first 2 games was 2 for 16, and we know that's 13%. Howard must step up because you've got to get your 3 best scorers.
Wade just shoves his way through there. What happens here? Wade just pushes through, just slaps Howard, and they call it on the Mavericks. Come on. Come on. I love giving him free throws. He pushed himself through there. The Mavericks. He just throws himself at people and flops around and gets the calls. There's Wade. Just get fouled here before they call it Nowitzki, which I don't know. It's weird. Nowitzki barely touched his arm, but
The foul is on Nowitzki. And just, that's certainly nothing extra there. That's just scored hard fouls when you go to the basket, and then players get a little
he makes it. Starts actually making some hit shots now at the end of the third and the fourth quarter.
It's been a long time since he knocked down a field goal, and it brings the Heat back within 6. He's just 4 of 15, but
Again, bringing the ball up.
they get to the free throw line so often. Wade
And
again.
gets a basket there. It starts to kind of heat up here at the end. Here he just throws it up to beat the buzzer, misses it.
Nearly banks it in.
Alright, fourth period. That was a bad pass by Wade.
Says to Walker to 7 points, lowest ever in a finals quarter. Wade puts it in.
That makes that shot.
Miami Heat have regained the lead. Miami Heat 10-1
Wade gets the ball here.
in the postseason. Wade trying to draw a foul. Tough shot.
Yeah. Air ball falls into the photographers again.
15 on the 24-second shot clock.
Tries to get the guy in the air to jump into him. Misses it.
O'Neal harass. Excellent defense. Last 5.
To Wade. He likes to do that move where he puts his shoulder into the defender, and then that, I think he was trying to pass, but then heard the whistle and threw it to it. He didn't do anything there. Gets the ball back. The basket, it's a foul. Foul merchant behavior there. Does it again. Back behind the back pass. Yeah. I don't know what that was. They said it's a bump, I guess, but I really didn't see anything happening there. But the Mavericks were in the penalty, so he gets to shoot 2 free throws. See on this graphic that the Heat have 3 times as many free throws as the Mavericks, almost. I don't see a foul here. Here's the ball, bringing it up. Almost loses it. There's another phantom call to me. I don't see the foul again. I don't see it. I didn't see any contact, really. It's his pet move, draw a foul.
1, 2, 3, and 4. He's been
What does he
banging
do?
them
What's
in. Now, up until
almost
this
loses the
stretch,
ball,
he has
goes
not
in.
had the touch. Now,
There
how
is
about
no
this?
foul.
Under pressure, he's
I,
able to play the board and
no
knock
one's
it in.
touched him. I see no foul there. There he is, motioning to the refs. Oh, he's going to reward them. That's a good shot there. Here, Wade makes. Here's another one. Tries to draw a foul. Flops. I mean, they run away from him.
You're going to see Harris is right on him. Now he tries to draw the contact, but Devin Harris avoided the contact.
Yeah, Devin Harris ran away. Ran away. So that Wade couldn't flop on him.
Most difficult thing if you're a Dallas
Wade
player
hits the game-tying shot.
in the hands of Dwyane Wade.
Good for him.
Wade looking. Pulls up, banks it in. Tie game with 2 points.
I'm actually surprised they didn't call a foul on that.
Timeout Dallas. The remarkable Dwyane Wade with 39. Remarkable is right. How about the angle? Look at the
Look how he
angle of this shot.
drops his shoulder into the defender.
The ability to get
Now we're going to overtime.
So 3 timeouts at the NBA Finals is like Carnegie Hall. The great players play great here. Wade has done
Makes the
that.
bank shot.
another banker. 41. And they're getting good looks at the basket.
Harris trying to harass Wade. Wade.
Wade breaks that one.
This is what Wade wants the ball.
Ball to Wade.
Here's the double team. Wade flips it up.
Tries to draw a foul.
4-second
Throws off the
violation.
back,
Great defense.
the edge of the backboard.
Both teams again with multiple timeouts here in the overtime. Wade spinning.
I think that should have been a charge.
Foul call. Mavericks wanted to travel, but it looked like he got hit.
No, he got hit. As soon as he came over that
See.
screen, you're going to watch. And just watch as Howard steps
Howard's
up here.
just standing there, and
Both guys were moving.
Wade
First Howard got him, and then
spins into him. Wade was trying to get a foul. He's trying to get him in the air so he could jump into him. How do we end this close overtime game with a phantom foul call? He goes to his bread and butter.
now that was an incredible situation.
The
mainly
refs.
because he was able to keep
Let's see
his
where
dribble.
this
Now, just
foul
watch
was.
this. He almost goes down. All right, and
I don't
now
know.
as he splits through,
Where's the
he
foul?
gets caught on the leg of Devin Harris.
Tossing up some garbage.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they call it Nowitzki for what?
It's through. Now just watch this. He almost
Call the
goes
foul on
down.
Nowitzki?
All right, and now as he splits
Nowitzki.
through, he gets caught on the leg
Come on.
of Devin Harris.
No foul.
They call the foul.
Here is the game-winning shot. A free throw by
You
Dwyane
gotta
Wade.
put a man on the guy out of bounds. And they're not doing that.
So my little stats I have in the corner there show he made 11 out of 36 shots. Now I included the shots that he got fouled on, and in the official box scores they usually do not include the shots where he's fouled and he misses. But I wanted to include that to show the shots he was attempting when he got fouled. The vast majority of them were not even close. He was just tossing the ball in the direction of the hoop because he was just looking for that foul. His shooting was terrible up until the fourth quarter, where he did turn it up. But we see of the 43 points he made, 21 of those were free throws. He had a total of 25 free throws. And the majority of those free throws were not a result of him driving towards the basket. They weren't even in the paint. All right, so let's take a look at those 7 fouls called in the paint and whether or not those were a result of the unguardable first step of Dwyane Wade. All right, this first one, he gets by his defender, but not due to his first step, but rather a screen by Shaq. He tries to get past his defender, but instead just lowers his shoulder and plows into him. It didn't look like any desperation foul from the Mavericks. It was rather Wade just trying to make contact. Number 3 here. This has nothing to do with his first step, but rather he steals the ball and goes for the basket. And right here, I guess you could call that as his first step getting past his defender, but to me it looks more like the defense hadn't really set itself, and he took advantage of that. Very similar. Defense doesn't really set itself, and he drives by his guys. Maybe that one, I guess, what I'd give to his quick first step. So that's 4 free throws out of 25 so far. Lowers his shoulder and runs into the defender. Doesn't look like the Mavericks were desperately trying to stop him there. He was looking for the contact again. And of course, the final foul, which wins him the game. The phantom call. I guess you could count that again as a possible result of his first step. So even with me being generous and giving him 6 free throws as a result of his first step, that doesn't even get close to the 25 he received. So the idea that his first step in him attacking the basket was what resulted in his 25 free throws, it's not true. That's fiction. So if it wasn't Wade's unguardable first step that led to these free throws, then what was it? Well, I'm going to get into a little conspiracy now, and I have some clips to show y'all. So here we have disgraced former NBA ref Tim Donaghy. He went to jail for gambling on games. He explains on how he would determine what games he wants to gamble on. And
Well, I knew what the crew was going to go out and do that night and how a team was going to be put at an advantage. Maybe there was an emphasis that day on Kobe Bryant going to the basket, and there was a DVD sent in last week of plays that were missed by the referees. So I knew when the league came in and said, hey, listen, there's a problem here. Phil Jackson just sent in this DVD, 25 plays, Kobe getting fouled and nobody blowing the whistle. I knew the three of us were going to go out that night, and he was going to go to the line 25 times, and they were going to win by 15.
So how often would you get special instructions like that?
During the playoffs, every game.
now, why would the league favor the Heat over the Mavericks? I think the answer could be Dwyane Wade himself. Well, when you compare Dirk and Wade, as far as marketability, it's not even a comparison. Dirk is a somewhat reserved, tall, lanky German who doesn't seem to have any interest in marketing or promotion, versus Dwyane Wade. As you see after this series, his popularity explodes. His jersey is the #1 selling jersey. He's going on talk shows. He's on the People magazine of the 50 most beautiful people. He's in GQ as most stylish. He's willing to market and promote and be the face of the league if possible. He gets shoe deals. He's got a shoe deal in China for Way of Wade. Meanwhile, Dirk, an NBA legend, I mean, what have you seen from him? He had a tiny deal with Nike, I think. He might have done some stuff in Germany. That's it. It's no comparison. So why would the league maybe favor the Heat over the Mavericks in this series? Now there's this other aspect, and Rasheed Wallace and these other guys talk about it, where the refs and Mark Cuban did not get along.
So the history on that was Mark Cuban started a blog. This is what most people don't understand about the 06 series. Mark Cuban started a blog right before the finals, which again was not a shrewd decision.
Poor
by
business.
Mark
I'm sorry.
Cuban. As smart as he is as a businessman, as a marketer, this was not his best. He started a blog where he started critiquing officials and providing stats on
That's
biased
right up Tim's
officiating.
alley. Young Tim
Right?
was like, jackpot.
No, but I watched the 06 finals without knowing any of that. And as somebody who played at least a little bit of basketball and watched a lot of basketball, that series, Dwyane Wade jumped into everybody on the court, jumped into fans to create. He initiated contact with everybody. Line.
Yep.
That series was even worse than 02 for me, personally, as a fan. That series was insane because it was 4 games in a row of Dwyane Wade getting every single foul call. It was insane.
Tim Donaghy actually backs this up as well. He says, let's not forget at that time Ed Rush was the supervisor of officials, and he hated Mark Cuban's guts. He absolutely hated Mark Cuban. He's programming and training these referees to look for certain things that definitely put Miami at an advantage. Ed Rush used to tell us that Mark Cuban was someone that created a lot of extra work for us, constantly calling the league office, and that really just got everyone to start to dislike Cuban. So now we have a team of refs that do not like Mark Cuban, and here's an opportunity to teach Mark Cuban a lesson. Now, I don't think you need to believe there's this big conspiracy where the league demanded that Miami wins and they orchestrated it all. It doesn't have to go that far. You can. That's certainly in the realm of possibilities. But you can also just look at it as the league, yes, favored the Miami Heat. They would like Wade to become the hero. They can market him, put him out on everything, out in all the media. Maybe they listened a little more when the Heat complained about the bad calls, and they leaned on the refs saying, hey, maybe look a little harder at these calls that you've missed. And then you have refs that are more than glad to teach Mark Cuban a little lesson. And then you throw in Dwyane Wade, the perfect vehicle to get these extra calls. He's a foul merchant. He's already trying to sell these fouls to you. All you need to do is buy. All you need to do is blow your whistle. You put your thumb on the scales, tipping it in favor of the Heat, and they go on to win. Now, a lot of people are going to just disagree and say, no, there was no case for corruption. There was no grand conspiracy. Here's Fox Sports Net, what they say. Wade was simply on another level in that series, and when you are attacking the rim every time you get the ball, and the only thing stopping you from scoring is Eric Dampier, 25 free throws a game is a very real possibility. Legends are born somewhere, and on this occasion it was the Flash, not NBA corruptions. So now I'll give Dwyane Wade himself a little opportunity to give his perspective on the whole idea of it being rigged.
Mark, we beat y'all. We beat y'all. Did we get some foul calls? Everybody get foul calls. We can all go back and point. I can go back and point in 2011 during one of them series where Dirk had 48. He had 24 free throws in one of those games. Does that mean that does that mean that the refs wanted them to win? I don't know, but it wasn't rigged. Like, we still had to play the game. And so, yeah, you had a young guy that was becoming a star in the NBA. Did I get a few whistles? Yes. But was I the only one attacking the basket every play? Probably so, bro. I'm going to get some whistles, too. I'm going to get some calls because they were fouling. Let's not act like that. So you're not about to tarnish the work that I put in as a young guy to do something that not a lot of young guys have done in this game to say it was rigged. Mark, stop that. Y'all got us. We got y'all. It's all love, baby. It's all love. All right, a lick for a lick now. Stop that bullshit, Mark.
But with both Fox Sports Net and Dwyane Wade, they attribute the fouls to this fiction that Dwyane Wade was attacking the rim. We just looked. That's not the case. That's not why he was getting these fouls. Now, you don't have to believe that the league manipulated these games, but these calls were bad. They were not a natural result of Dwyane Wade's play style. We've seen that it was not him attacking the basket. It was not him being unguardable. It was him running around, making contact, and being a foul merchant. And for whatever reason, the officials were buying. So Mavericks fans, don't let people tell you otherwise. His nickname, D-Whistle, is deserved.